We got Sean Green in. Thank you for coming in. You've worked with everybody in the planet. 21 Savage, my boy Chris Brown, Sean's Dance Factory. I mean, the list goes on and on. A pleasure to meet you, and thank you for coming in.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So now you have all this going on, and you just got back from Cali, right?
Yeah, I was in Beverly Hills out there doing, actually creating a lot of content for TikToks and Instagram. Well, just social media, period. Putting a lot of videos out.
Now, why go to California for that? Were you working with somebody specific, or it's just more booming out there for that?
You know what's funny? Well, now that I'm starting to come a little bit more popular, I was in the airport heading to Cali, and there was a young man was sitting down. He's like, "Is that Sean Green?" He said that to a partner of mine, and they was like, "Yeah, we're headed to Beverly Hills." He's like, "We're headed to Beverly Hills. I want to know if he'll do a TikTok with my daughter. She will love it." And boom, I created a private lesson just like that. Wow. And that wasn't even a part of the itinerary. It just happened because he saw me at the airport. And then when I got there, I booked another private lesson. So I had a couple private lessons and started to do content, video, concept videos everywhere. And
then you have something coming up at the Kravis Center. I can never say it right. Kravis Center. I always mess it up every time.
Good. Yeah, at the Kravis Center, my dance company of 19 years, Sean's Dance Factory, we'll be performing our annual production show at the Kravis Center June 17th and June 18th. So it's 3 shows. It's a Friday night, 7 p.m., Saturday, 2 p.m. matinee, and Saturday, 7 p.m. that night. That's the grand finale. You don't want to miss that. You can do anything in life, but missing that is not one of them.
And the link is in your Instagram. And,
yes.
And it's if you're listening, it's kravis.org.
Yep.
Events/Big Bang 2022, but you just go to his IG. Right,
That's
Sean?
right. That is correct. You just go to my IG, you'll see everything.
So now, the craziest thing that we were watching before we started was these TikToks, right? So before we get into your whole life, they're just so cool.
It's a lot.
I'll pull up the TikTok through the drive-thru, and then while he's pulling, look at this.
Oh, the far right.
Yep.
Let me click on this right here. This one, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's see here. Make sure.
McDonald's, how can I place your order?
Yeah, can I have a double cheeseburger, please?
Sorry, we're out of buns.
Out of buns. Fries?
Sorry, we don't have that either.
Milkshake?
Nope, the machine's down.
Just give me a large napkin and a medium straw.
That was funny. So
McDonald's, how can I place your order?
I'll give you a little insight about that video.
Yeah.
So first of all, as you can tell, I'm not at McDonald's. I'm at a bank teller.
Bank, yeah.
See that guy, this guy in his truck behind me, he was laughing because he heard the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't catch that when we watched it earlier.
The young lady who's behind my camera, my phone, right? She's like at the teller, but this is like a little stone that she just put the phone on. And I just gave her a little script. I gave her the script to say, you say this, I say that, you say this, I say that. And then we knocked it out within 5 minutes. I didn't think it was gonna go viral. I didn't think anything. So shortly after I posted it on TikTok, we noticed the numbers was going kind of fast. I was like, I think this is gonna go viral. And by that night, we had over 1 million views.
When you know a post is gonna go viral, when you say you see it start going fast, how fast? Like what is the numbers that you'll glance and be like, oh, this might be another one.
Right, when you get like 200 to 500,000 likes or 10,000 views within 2 or 3 hours.
That's when
like
you got a shot.
Yeah.
Now, are you using the For You thing and the For You page too?
Yeah, I used to. Anybody that does TikTok a lot right now, they'll tell you that they don't think it really works. Back in the days when it first started, we would do For You page, FYP, FYP. I really don't do it no more because it really doesn't do anything. Hashtags don't really work on TikTok. They work on Instagram. Excuse me, but it's not that.
So what works important on TikTok? If it's not the For You, it's not the hashtags. Is it just, in your opinion, what works on TikTok?
Trends. The trending videos, trending sounds. You can have a sound that's extremely popular, right? Everyone wants to do it. Everyone wants to duet it. Everyone wants to do the same video or put a little twist to it. So For example, there was a song called Hannah Montana. I saw it like over 250,000 people were doing it. Then I posted it, and then I got like over 680,000.
Wow.
When I did it. Why? Because I knew it was trending at that time. So the key is to hop on soon as you find out it starts to trend.
Right, and then you were telling me like you just took a little video around here, and then what you'll do is you'll add sound to it and then throw it up.
Yep, just like that. So, for example, I will go here, and this is only going to take me like 11 seconds. I go here to TikTok, boom, click on, like, I'll find a sound that I like or a sound that I feel like is being trending right now. For example, I don't have no internet access, but this right here, this is my boy, Ronnie Boy. I don't know if this sound is trending or not. Let me see. It's 139,000, so it's doing a little works. I'll save the sound where it says use this sound. I click on that sound and I put the video that I just did of us on top of that sound and see what it does.
Amazing. And you're not using all these people we asked for you page, this, that, the other, but we did have one guy in maybe 2 weeks ago. His name was Brandon, and he said exactly what you said. It used to be huge.
Yeah.
I think he's got like 3 million, but he said it really doesn't do much right now.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
and in your opinion, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah, right.
Now, you taught us something. So they can take this video, and you're the master at this.
I'm still learning. I'm learning myself.
I come up here, right? Original sound.
Yeah, you go to so if you're listening to this, you go to original sound on TikTok after you post something, and Sean, explain what this is.
So
the
this
correct
one here,
way.
like people across the world, like whether they're in Afghanistan to Belgium to wherever, I don't know where they are, but they took a liking to my video in the sound, so they wanted to recreate Sean Green being at a so-called McDonald's ATM slash ATM, and they wanted to do it themselves.
So we'll click on this lady here. I'll click on this lady.
Okay.
McDonald's, how can I place your order?
Yeah, can I have a double cheeseburger, please?
Sorry, we're out of buns.
Out of buns. Fries?
Sorry, we don't have that either.
Oh wow, they're mocking your voice too.
Exactly.
They're using it.
Oh yeah. They're being so it's like they're trying to be Sean Green.
Wow.
So go to another and you're gonna see, for example, all races,
And these are all the drive-through thing. These are all wow, dude.
There's a cartoon. Let's go to the cartoon one. Let's check that one out. He's funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
I'll play this guy.
No, the machine's down. McDonald's, how can I place your order?
Yeah, can I have a double cheeseburger, please?
Sorry, we're out of buns.
Out of buns. Fries?
Sorry, we don't have that either.
Milkshake?
No, the machine's down.
Just give me a large napkin and a medium straw.
That's funny. All right, where's the cartoon one?
Right to the far left corner.
Down one.
Right there.
Right there.
Oh, this has got to be good.
I've never seen this.
Oh shit.
McDonald's, how can I place your order?
Stand by.
I've never seen this.
McDonald's, how can I place your order?
Yeah, can I have a double cheeseburger, please?
Sorry, we're out of buns.
Fries?
Sorry, we don't have that either.
If you're listening, it's a cartoon and they're doing it.
Right. So as you could tell, how many views it got right now? This video.
It got 91 likes.
It got 91.
But there's a lot that got a lot of views on it.
So so in other words, that video got 3.9 million views and how many likes? Like a lot of likes, right?
Yeah.
So that goes to show you it can be whatever.
And 109 people did it, right? This is what this means, 109 videos, original sound, and then 109 videos they did.
109 copied off just that drive-through.
Off of just Sean Green's drive-through. Yeah.
That is so. Yeah. How long do you think it takes these guys to? Because they're saying exactly what you're saying when they say it.
Yeah, they're lip syncing to my voice.
Because you can play it right and hear it.
Right, exactly.
So then I'd be like,
right, but if they're smart, they'll try to time it better.
Correct.
And memorize it.
Memorize it because it's not that hard. But yeah, so that's how it works. And like the one I did with the girl, hey Siri, call my girlfriend. Let's go to that one.
Yeah, which one's that, Sean?
Oh, back it out. Hold on.
Yeah,
this is so cool. Now, when did you figure out that you could do it like that?
By studying it. I was on TikTok like every day, like a year and a half ago during the summertime, following Michael, just Michael Lee. And by watching him, honestly, he the one that got me on it. Actually, he got me to put like post 3 videos a day.
Like put time into it.
Yeah.
And also Gary Vee had told you that too, right?
So Gary Vee is the one that got me on it completely.
How long ago was that when Gary Vee told you
that? That was like 2.5 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew, huh?
I was at one of his like a leadership summit, or it was I forgot. It was an entrepreneurship type of summit.
Is it here, this one?
Nope. Keep going. You're almost there. Yep. Keep going down.
A lot of videos on here. It's just
It's
over whoever's listening.
Like the barbershop one, that happened like right away. I didn't think about it. It just happened.
Yeah.
And I told someone to record this.
Yeah, do the barbershop one. That's good. That's good.
The World Star reposted it too. And funny meme video. Yeah.
Cardi.
You have to start over.
Ooh, what? Ooh, gang, gang. What? Cardi, yes.
So he thinks you're running out.
So he
here.
thinks I'm about to run out without paying. But
And he's going to the mirror, fix his hair.
I'm just going to the mirror.
If you're watching or listening to this, you gotta check out his TikTok. It's great.
They're funny.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That's great, Sean.
So you go to the girl right there, 4.2 million. I got 1 million within 5 hours. I received 1 million
there.
views.
Yeah, that's what she's on.
Oh.
Click on that.
Yeah, that's start.
She's coming to whack you with a pen.
Call my girlfriend.
Which one?
And that's,
She throws him and takes a pan. It's what happens in real life.
They hit me in the back with a pan. And this is my kitchen right down the street in downtown West Palm.
Hey Siri.
I think everybody can relate to that, right?
Yes,
That's
for sure.
Now, your hometown is...
My hometown is actually, I'm originally from, we call it the Raw, Revere Beach.
Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by Monster Energy. Tear into a can of the meanest energy drink on the planet, Monster Energy. It's the ideal combo of the right ingredients in the right proportion to deliver a big bad buzz that only Monster can. Monster packs a powerful punch, has a smooth, easy drinking flavor. Athletes, musicians, co-eds, road warriors, metalheads, geeks, hipsters, and bikers dig it. You will too. Monster Energy is more than just the green OG. Monster has Monster Ultra, Juice Monster, Monster Hydro, Rehab Monster, Dragon Tea, Monster Max, Muscle Monster, and many more. Buy on Amazon, buy on Walmart, or go to monsterenergy.com and believe me, you'll find a place. Unleash the beast. Monster Energy. This episode is sponsored by Let's Get Checked. Are you the man your father was? Recent studies have shown that men's testosterone levels are dropping substantially since the 1980s at about an average of 1% per year. Low testosterone can have all types of health effects. It can affect your muscle mass, memory, mood, sex drive, you name it. And yes, low testosterone is more common the older you get, but can affect men at any age. So let's talk about today's sponsor, Let's Get Checked. They're a worldwide leader in at-home testing kits, and their male hormone test lets you easily test your testosterone levels at home. You can order a testing kit that will be delivered to you in a discreet packaging with next-day delivery. Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available to you in your secure online account within 2 to 5 days. These results are reviewed by a clinician, and a member of Let's Get Checked nursing team may call you to review your results. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which is the highest ranking levels of accreditation. So, if you want to test your hormone levels without having to leave your home, visit trylgc.com/MSCS. Special offer for MSCS media viewers. Use promo code MSCS at checkout and get 30% off your test. The link is in the description below at the top. This episode is brought to you by Aurora. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is? For years, this crime rate has been surging and affecting millions of Americans. I'm talking about identity theft, and there's a new victim every 14 seconds. That's why I'm excited to partner with Aurora, who is sponsoring this video. Aurora is identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN, password management, and antivirus software all combined into one easy-to-use app. Aurora monitors the dark web for your emails, passwords, and social security numbers and sends alerts fast, right to your phone and email. Don't put your family at risk. Try Aurora for free for 2 weeks and see if your personal identifiable information has leaked to the dark web. Start your free trial at https://aura.com/MSCS. Link is in the description below.
I went to Suncoast High School. Actually, I was self-taught to dance. It was kind of like Footloose. My dad's a minister. He wouldn't allow me to dance inside. So he was like, you have to dance outside because it's too early. If you're not dancing for Christ, then you're dancing of the world. If you're dancing for the world, you're dancing for the devil. I'm like, it's not that serious. Come on. I'm 11 years old at the time. So I would go outside, make up my dances, I will be inspired by Michael Jackson, New Edition. And then I'm out there just dancing. And then a couple of my friends would come over sometime, we'll dance. And then next thing you know, by my 11th grade year in high school, Suncoast High School, is the school I attend at the time, there was a video submission that we sent into MTV. And so it was a competition. It was like a lip sync / dance video. You send it in and we'll see who wins. Submitted the video into MTV. I got a call over the intercom. The principal, like, Sean Green, would you please report to the office? All the kids like, oh, Sean, you're in trouble. I'm like, I got this. So I get to the office and lo and behold, MTV's on the phone. He's like, look, your video came in first place. I said, okay, what does that look like? You just won $25,000.
In 11th grade.
Yeah.
In 11th grade. I'm like, wait, what? So they flew us to New York. First time there. This is 1994. Never been on a plane. I'm from River Beach. I don't have no money. I'm poor.
And you know nothing about New York, right?
Nothing about New York. We get there, and then they give us the carbon check, and then it's like, tomorrow will be a live contest. We're going to join that. I changed the choreography around a little bit the night before, and we performed and came in first place, $5,000 cash.
And this is 11th grade.
11th grade.
Yeah.
I haven't even gone to college yet. And then as soon as I get home, like, we were like local celebrities, kids, like, when we got back to West Palm. And then the Super Bowl reached out, and then I choreographed the Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Yeah, I read
So I choreographed the pregame dance insert for the Super Bowl 29. That's 49ers versus the Chargers in Miami, Florida. Super Bowl 29. And then I went to college.
Wow. So at that young of age, you were dancing. So when you were 11 years old when you started dancing.
When I first started, yeah.
Dancing. Wow. So it was in you from the gate.
Right, because I never had a class. Remember, we couldn't afford dance schools.
Yeah.
First of all. And then there wasn't any hip-hop dance schools, period, where I'm from. So I created my own hip-hop dance school after I graduated from college. I went to Florida A&M University, FAMU. And then you ever heard of Showtime at the Apollo? Remember that?
The what?
Showtime at the Apollo.
Yeah.
With Steve Harvey used to be the host.
Yep.
So I did that with Strikers All-Stars, Strikers Dance Troupe, FAMU Strikers, which is a dance troupe at FAMU. I choreographed for that, and we won first place a couple times.
Wow.
And
so now when you're in high school, are you in the sports at all?
Not at all.
No, you
I was
look
in the
athletic.
Band. Thank you. I was in the band. I was the drum major.
You had that art from the gate.
Yeah.
Just that pure art.
I'm a drummer. I was playing drums since I was 5, and playing in the Baptist church. Dad's minister. Yeah. So the music was already in me. My mom's a singer, so I come from a family of a bunch of singers and ministers, entertainers. So
all these celebrities that you've run into, a lot of them, from what I see, a lot of them got so good by singing in the choir at the church.
Yeah, you're right.
Mariah Carey, right? She got her voice from the choir. I think Whitney Houston, a lot of them,
yeah, a
right?
lot of them.
I think even Bieber.
Yeah,
I think he
a
was
lot
starting,
of them.
right?
Usher probably too. I don't know where Chris got his from, but pretty much
Somewhere.
So I have. Speaking of celebrities, so I have a lot of kids who I've trained who ended up performing and doing videos with these celebrities. 7 of my kids performed with Justin Bieber for his Children's Purpose Tour.
Yeah,
right.
All from his studio.
Yeah, we talking about these kids are 7, 8, 9 years old. No, they're 8, 9 years old at that time dancing with Justin Bieber.
So Sean, take me how that happened. So these you have your studio now. Like we're kind of jumping, but you have your studio. You're teaching these kids, and out of the world, he has his pick.
Yeah.
Right? They end up picking 6 from your studio.
7. Yeah.
7. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Congratulations, number one. That's a lot of hard work because I know it didn't happen overnight.
Right.
Now, how does that process work? So Sean Green has Sean's Dance Factory. He's doing his thing. How does that come about? Does Bieber's manager call you? How do you even get in the mix?
It was a video submission to send in. You submit a video in of your dopest kids, and they'll match it up with other kids, whatever, and then Justin Bieber and his crew will pick which kids are the best to perform at the concert.
Wow.
And then he picked like 7 of my kids. So it was like that. Chris Grant, 2005, 2006, 2003 is when Sean's Dance Factory started. 2004 and 5, Chris Grant was a big part of Sean's Dance Factory. He was a teacher. I used to teach him, and now he's Beyonce's choreographer.
And he was with Rhianna prior to that, right?
Yeah, that too.
He went from you to Rhianna and now Beyonce. Now, what does he mean to you? Why does he mean so much?
Mikey Pesante was with Rhianna and Brittney Spears. Chris Grant was with Michael Jackson until the day he died. Because Chris Grant came into Sean's Dance Factory.
That's right. Yeah, I had it mixed up. Michael was the other one. Yeah.
Mikey Pesante.
But why does Chris Grant mean so much to you? Because it seemed like when I was reading about you, not just your webpage, you mentioned him a lot. What is it about him that
I
means
took him under my wing like a son. Like I was like a mentor. I was like his big brother. I mean, he had a father, but I was there for him a lot too. So I don't know. I know that he had raw talent. We talk about the it factor. He's like, there's something special about this kid. I knew it right away from the first day. And I don't say that about all kids. And we all knew it. So he anything that if he teach or choreograph a dance, it's gonna be like spanking. It's gonna be number 1 all the time. And all his moves, when he imitate Michael Jackson, it's always on point.
And one thing about Sean's Dance Factory, it was so important to you to give a chance for kids to have a better future, a better vision.
I'm glad you said that.
Why is that so important to you? Not just because of Riviera Beach, but why is that? Because everything I read about you, it sounds to me like this celeb thing just happened.
Correct.
Right? But the original idea was you had a niche, you had a talent, and you wanted to help other kids have a better life and see what they can do. Why was that so important to you?
Because I noticed, like, when I was growing up, I didn't have much, and dance was the way for me to express. That was like, dancing is therapeutic, right? It's a stress reliever. So I use dance. I tell people the dancing part is this much. It's very little. It's the personal development that I'm teaching, the life skills that I'm teaching. It's helping them to build their confidence, their self-esteem, helping to manage their anxiety, their depression. So they'll be a bigger and better person when they leave Sean's Dance Factory. So my whole philosophy is just to help people become the better version of themselves. But I just use dance as my platform or as that vehicle to help me catapult my life to the next level.
I love to see that. I love it. Because your original idea wasn't to be this celeb guy. No, it was to give better for kids so that they don't have to go through such a tough time as you did beginning.
Exactly.
Early on, right?
Yeah, I have a tagline that says changing lives one dance step at a time.
That's fantastic.
And that's what I've been doing.
That's great.
When I go into the celebrity homes, like, yeah, they got all the money in the world, but these kids are being cyberbullied, they're being pressured, they're stressed out of their minds. They
don't even know which way. We don't know which way to go nowadays, right? You know, like what the.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Great thing you're doing.
I just know that I see myself in them, and I just want the best for them.
That's awesome.
So I'm the big brother, the mentor, the instrument of hope, if you will.
And then when you went to college, you went for psychology.
I went for education.
Education and psychology, right?
Correct. I did.
Now in dance, I could see it, but in dance, how much do you use what you learned with psychology? Or maybe you didn't learn shit from college, but just read other books that meant anything about psychology. How much is that applied in your dance? Because
the psychology part, a lot.
Huge, right?
Huge, because I know how to, like, not get in the heads of the kids, but I know how to take certain situations and make the better outcome of them with the psychology methods that I use. Like, it's easy, and then some days are not easy, but when they come into Sean's Dance Factory, they know that it becomes a family. So it's not like it's a
brotherhood
team. It's like one of those. So it's like a team. We always say team stands for together. Everyone achieves more. I'm teaching them all kind of quotes. They'll say your attitude determines your altitude, or There's greatness that lives in you, greatness that lives in me, but it's our responsibility it's our responsibility to manifest within the greatness and capture the essence of it. So I'm teaching more than just dance. They're going to be a better person by the time they leave Sean's Dance Factory.
Now, did you take psychology in college thinking that?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all.
I didn't think so. But then you found it later throughout your life that how important it is in dancing.
Exactly.
And what I thought, because, it was like, Sean Green, the way he did things was known around the world. And I'm like, well, why Sean Green? So I look and I look and I look. And this is the only thing I could think, other than, you're really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
But when you teach your dance, the first thing I saw, and I could be wrong, I'm just telling you what I studied, is that you use the psychology to give people confidence.
Absolutely.
Because if they have no confidence, they're not going to be able to make a move.
Yep.
And if they have the confidence, if they mess up, they're not afraid to do it again and again and again.
You just nailed it.
And I think that was your niche that set you off, because you didn't just take it as, hey, come on, give me $200, I'll show you how to do the moonwalk.
Right, exactly.
It was, you come in, I'm going to evaluate you, read your body language, see how you are, what you like, what you don't like, what your weaknesses are. And now I'm going to get you confident.
That's it right there. 100%.
Then I get you confident. Now I'm in your head, really, but in a good way.
Yep.
And now I'm going to show you what you really can do that you thought you never could do.
Right.
And that's what stuck out.
100%.
So what I want to know is, when I come into Sean Dance Factory,
all right,
okay, you evaluate me. How do you, not me, but anybody, just a general thing. How do you evaluate somebody if they're a little shy, but maybe their parents forced them in for extracurricular activity? Mm-hmm. How do you go about a shy person, an extremely outgoing person that thinks they know everything? Right. Different people. I'm just curious how you do it.
Yeah, we have different levels and different classes for that. So if they're like exceptional, if they're super dope dancer, they go into the advanced. If they're shy and they're timid, they never dance before, they go to the beginner's level or the intro level. No matter what, when I'm teaching, I engage. Like, I'm coming around, I'm tapping you on their shoulder. Like, it's okay. We all make mistakes. If they're not catching it right away, you don't have to catch on fast.
I bet that little pat on the back is so important. I bet it gives them they do it again. Yep. Right.
And then when they make a mistake, it's okay, because we learn from it, and I teach them that. I want you to make those mistakes, so I know how to teach you, so you can overcome them. Not only that, but when they're in a group setting, they don't feel as pressured, because there's other kids around them who are making mistakes just as much as they are. So it's like, obviously you don't have to be perfect. My advanced class is a whole different ball game. Like, it's like throwing you in the wool with the wolves. They don't play. Like, they catch on fast. They know how to control their body. They know their bodies. They know how they work. They know how to do isolations. They know how to hit heavy. They can, they have more dynamics and control when it comes to dancing. So when you come to a show like the Kravis Center, you're going to be able to see like the different levels of the dancers. But I enjoy teaching kids dance, because I know it's an outlet for them, and it's a way for them to express themselves, because it's obviously it's a stress reliever, but they express themselves the most with dance, and it's therapeutic.
Don't say who, but give me an example of a time where you had an individual where you knew that they had it. They had it, but they were hard-headed, right? And you broke through them. What did you do to give them the confidence that they broke through?
I know you have a pile. No, I'll go with my buddy of mine named Carl Sinius. He lives in LA. He would quit all the time. Like 13, 14, 15, 16, quit. Bro, stop quitting. Like, winners never quit, quitters never win. Right? So, but he didn't think he had what it takes, because he wasn't catching the dances fast enough. I come from a faith-based religion family, my Christian family, I'm sorry. So, I always have these quotes and all of these scriptures in my head all the time. So the race isn't given to the strong or the swift, but to the ones who can endure to the end. So it ain't how fast you can catch on is one who can endure to the end.
The endurance.
Yeah, the endurance. How bad you want this? Okay, I always ask the kids, why are you here? What is your why reason of being here in Sean's Dance Factory? To look cool? Because girls love boys who can dance, or you want to become popular, or you really want to become great in the dancing industry or commercial. What do you want to do? And I have to hear their why reason. Once they tell me their why reason, then I know exactly how serious to take them. And because I work with the serious and not with the curious, pretty much.
And what's the most common answer you get when you ask them that? I'm sure you heard everything under the moon.
Because I love to dance. That's the number one. I love to dance. I love how it makes me feel. I get to express myself. Those are all good. But when Carl, to go back up the call, he would quit in the start, but I made him believe in himself. That's what it is. Because people can believe in themselves, but sometimes it takes somebody else to just to give that extra push. And that's what I did. And now he dances for Mariah Carey. He danced for Beyonce.
Wow.
He danced. He just did the Super Bowl with Snoop Dogg.
Oh my!
He did.
He just did the Super Bowl.
The guy that kept quitting and quitting and quitting.
Yeah,
oh,
Snoop Dogg.
Man, you're a monster.
He just did. Kendrick Lamar. And he's in Vegas right now. So stories like that. And I tell these stories all the time because I know what it's like. I hear my kids. I hear them loud and clear. But I'm gonna show them that they're valuable. I'm going to show them that dance can take your life to the next level if you really want it to, if you're serious about it. And if you really, really, really want this, I'll be dedicated to your success 100,000%.
No matter who you are.
If I'm dedicated to you, you're going to blow up. You're going to go there.
See,
that's not me being arrogant. That's I'm gonna put all my energy.
And that's awesome that you're still like that after working with these heavy hitters that we're going to talk about, because you know I'm going to ask about Breezy. He knows it's coming.
About Chris Brown.
Fuck it, let's just do Chris Brown.
I never performed with Chris Brown. I didn't perform with him. My kids, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 kids that perform with Chris Brown.
Damn.
Because
you got Chris Brown, you got Bieber with your
Michael
kids.
Jackson, Chris Brown, J-Lo, Shakira, Super Bowl, J-Lo.
That's enough to just die right there. I'm done.
So I feel like a proud parent. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Like I'm the mentor, the big brother, the choreographer, whatever. But when I see, this is the reason why I do what I do. Because as you could tell, if they're making it to that level, it had to have been some type of guidance.
Somebody cared. Somebody had to care.
Somebody had to care. So who's doing this, right? So and they always give back. They're like, Sean, man, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here where I'm at today if it wasn't for you. That just touches my heart,
and that just keeps you going harder and harder. Yeah. Did you ever get to meet Breezy?
I never met Breezy. I met Beyonce. I did meet Kodak Black in 21 Savage.
But not Breezy?
No, I never met. Damn it! I can't believe you say that. I didn't meet Breezy.
I was just hoping when I saw Chris Brown.
Yeah, I have a few dancers who did videos with Breezy.
His videos are awesome. Why don't they put him on the radio more? Are they still stuck on that Rhianna shit?
I hope not.
Because I don't understand. Because when I go to YouTube and I pull under these stuff, I don't know any. Just my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think like half of what he has on YouTube that never goes on the radio or Apple is killer.
Right.
I mean, he can rap as good as anybody.
No,
but he can rap. Bro.
He's extremely talented. He's a talented performer.
Yeah.
He's a performer. Right. He can sing, he can rap, and he can dance. So he has an edge. I danced with Louise. Lil Wayne, and 2 Chainz. I think those are the last 2 celebrities I worked with. The BET Hip Hop Awards. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, how was Lil Wayne in person? He always seems.
He's quiet.
Nice.
He's shy. He's not shy. He's off in his he's off in the cut. He's not gonna come and mingle, or he's not sociable like that. But when it's time for him to go on stage, he's gonna light it up.
And they go nuts.
Like there's the energy. There's the it factor right there. But yeah, that's easy.
Do you think when you started dancing, back in what year was that? Would you say when you? Really
I would say like when I was 11 years old.
So, do you think now dancing has become, and I use this term, cooler? Like it seems like years ago you knew kids that either were in the band or danced, and certain things were said about them. Or dancing's this, dancing that.
Yeah,
it's become more mainstream and more cool.
It's more accepted.
More accepted.
Yeah. So back then, you had to have a certain level of confidence, first of all, as a boy, to dance. And I didn't give a crap about what anybody think. First of all, I felt like I got more girls because I could dance, and that's how I was in high school. Like you could walk through Suncoast and with that book bag on your shoulder, and you get ready to perform at the step show, at the talent show, and you about to be a dancer. Those girls gonna go crazy. Second of all, yes, it's more mainstream right now. Hip hop, period. Dancing is everywhere. It's like they're dancing at the airport. They're dancing on commercials. They're dancing at the Super Bowl. They're dancing everywhere. You can't go anywhere without seeing somebody dance now. So it's so popular. So there was a big change. There was a big shift.
But do you see more like male dancers now?
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying.
Yes, a whole lot more male dancers now than back in the days. Yeah. That is correct, 100%.
And with that trend, now they're using basically what you do to promote their video or their song. Yeah. Because when they release a video, they'll have dance challenge. Exactly what you do.
Exactly. And know what happens for the artist that just, for example, I'll use DaBaby or Lil Baby. When DaBaby first started, he was up there. You know, he was kind of popular, but TikTok got DaBaby where he was. Because his song went viral because of all these dance trends that we did on that particular sound or that song, and then that sound made him more popular. Just like Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo, he's been popular, but now he has over 50-something.
I haven't heard from him for a minute.
Jason Derulo, he's so big on TikTok right now.
Yeah. Right, he's just focused
his music. On that. Yeah, and it helps produce. It helps market their music.
Well, Brown's going with your boy. He's going to be in West Palm in August?
Maybe August, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be Brown and Little Baby.
Little Baby and
Chris Brown. Them. Yeah, they're going to be over here. August 29th, I think.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
At the, I think, whatever it's called, they call it now. Coral Sky, whatever you want to call it.
Is that over there by South Florida Fair?
Yeah.
That Coral Sky.
Coral
Sky Amphitheater.
It's not that anymore, but
well, it's not really.
Switch name.
Now, I remember last time he came, he performed.
He got arrested. And he knew he was going to get arrested.
As soon as he got off stage, he got arrested.
Yeah, like, what? He had a warrant, but he doesn't care. He performed, and then the second he was done, they took him.
Right.
And he flew in knowing he was going to go to jail, and then he went to Tampa the next day, and somebody took a picture, and he swung at somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he didn't connect. But I think he's my man. I like him, bro.
Hey, I don't judge anyone. There's no one perfect. He gonna have his issues. We all gonna have our issues.
I like his lyrics. I think I really like the lyrics.
I like his flow
because there's a lot of shit now that there's just no lyrics anymore.
Right, music ain't what it used to be. Yeah. Do you guys are heavy on hip hop, right?
Okay, buddy.
I have a question for you guys this time. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip it up a little bit. Do you guys know the elements of hip hop? There are 5 elements to hip hop.
What's the 5 elements?
And I will give them to you.
All right, guess.
All right, you guess.
Like
2 guesses.
Like element, like
elements, like what creates hip hop, what makes hip hop hip hop, like the hip hop culture is what I'm talking about, more than just the dance or music. Like when hip hop first started, like early 80s, late 70s, but definitely early 80s, in the Bronx or wherever, there was elements that made hip hop.
I'm gonna say a beat.
Okay,
one.
Stop right there.
Okay,
so you're on it. Beat has a lot to do with it.
Or sound, beat sound.
Okay. So how about we just say this? Where do you hear the sound from? Where is it coming from? It's coming from what we call the DJ.
The DJ.
So, for example, the first element to hip hop is the DJ.
Because if you have
the DJ is the one that's scratching the music, making the music. Because back in the days, it wasn't we used to have house parties. Mm-hmm. We could go to clubs, so we had house parties. And at the house party, you have an MC, which is there's your element. The MC, the microphone creator, the person who's hosting the party,
keeping it going, right? Yeah.
The DJ who's playing the music. Then who? The third one will be what? The break dancers.
The break dancers.
So the break dancers, they break on the break of the music. So if James Brown's going, the break dancers will break on the break, not on the chorus, not on the verses or the vamp, but on the break of the music. So that's the third element of hip hop. So we got MC, the DJ who's making the party go, the break dancers. Fourth is what?
Backups.
The fourth would be graffiti.
Graffiti.
You see the artwork on the graffiti on the subways.
Yeah.
On the trains. That was all a part of our culture.
That's interesting. Total
artwork. Yeah.
Tupac used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Tupac fan. Huge.
Yeah, me too.
I had the guy in it solve the case. Greg Caden.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And the fifth element, I've done it already.
What is it?
I give you a hint.
Not acapella. That's not acapella.
What does that call? What I just did.
Voice to Man with it.
No, what did I just?
Bebop. No.
Bebop. Good job, bro. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, who was the guy in Boys to Men that was a beast at that?
I don't even know.
It was the guy with the deep voice. Yeah.
I didn't know he.
I just saw them.
Yeah, and a lot of their songs. That wasn't.
They were at the Sunfest.
Oh, they were fantastic. Like old times, man.
Yeah. So now you guys can say the 5 elements to hip hop.
See, I should have known this. When I was in college, I went to Temple University in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I took hip hop and the black culture as one of my classes.
What?
And I was the only white boy.
Redheaded.
Pretty interesting.
Class.
That's good to know.
I just remember the professor looked and he goes, "This is great. I like to have this." And everybody's staring at me. And what type of music do you listen to? I'm like, I listen to everything, hip hop, rap, all that type of stuff. And I was a big country music fan. And they were like, country. And then the teacher showed how country, and he was going. It was crazy. It was a cool class. It's a great class though. But
that's what's up.
Yeah.
How about them country fans, boy? If you're in country and you're big, they're with you forever.
Pretty much. I don't listen to country music. I don't get it too much. However, I have a respect for all music. So, there's some deep stories that come out of country music. So,
but they're like NASCAR. It's like NASCAR fans are NASCAR fans forever.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a country fan forever. And they sell out everything and they make a ton.
Well, now there's probably a crossover too, because you have that, Little Nas, Belly Ray or whatever he did, and
gotcha.
So you got some.
I think Nelly was the first one because Nelly hooked up with Tim McGraw. You worked with Nelly, right?
No, I know what you're talking about though, because he has Country Grammar. Yeah,
it was Country Grammar, and then he did one with Tim McGraw. Yeah, I forget. It was like a slow song. It was really good. Oh. But that was the first time I saw like a rapper singing like that kind of. Because he throws little lines once in a while, a little rapping a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's when that started with Tim McGraw because they killed.
So there's a definitely.
It was a double album that Nelly did.
Oh wow!
I remember that one.
Yeah. Now, what did you did something with Nelly? Your kids did?
No, I haven't done it.
It was on the website.
I've never done anything with Nelly. No.
That's wrong.
I have to go do some research on that.
I just saw it on your website.
I've done a lot, but I don't remember if I did something with Nelly.
Yeah.
Now, before you opened Sean's Dance Factory, was there another dance company like before that?
No,
that was the one.
So here's the thing: after graduating from FAMU with a Bachelor of Science degree of education, I immediately didn't go into dance. I immediately went into network and multi-level marketing. This is pretty interesting because this is why I think the way I think right now when it comes to having time freedom, financial freedom, being able to change my mindset to get where I'm at right now. So this is what connects.
This is interesting.
I graduated and people think, okay, great, you're gonna be a teacher now at an elementary school. First of all, you're not making any money. But however, I feel like I can still teach if I create my own dance school. But before all that, I went into multi-level marketing, selling prepaid legal services. Yeah. People like, for real? Yeah. I was selling legal insurance. I was selling prepaid legal services for less than a cup of coffee a day. You have A-rated attorneys that's going to represent you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all 50 states in Canada. Right? That was my pitch. That was my pitch. And I was making $5,000 to $7,000 a month. I'm thinking I'm doing something fresh out of college. And my upline, they always have an upline. She's making $10,000 to $15,000 a month. But we will go to conventions and there guys walking across the stage with the ring. They're making $50,000, $75,000 a month. I don't have any friends or relatives who are making that type of money. High-level marketing. But even though I didn't care about the product or the service or whatever it was, I like the mindset of not being able to work for somebody else, working for yourself, because we were taught to work 40 hours a week for 40 years and nothing to retire off of. Right?
It sounds like Pennsylvania. I bet you if I go back to Pennsylvania right now, they're doing the same stuff they were doing 40 years ago.
So someone has to break this chain. So I said, I did the pre-legal, learned how to create what we call residual income. I never even heard of that term. So I'm going to start my own dance company, and I'll make it as big as I can, where one of these days I will have financial freedom, time freedom, and being able to do what I want to do and travel the world.
And then that's what happened in 2003 when it opened, right?
Exactly.
Now, when you become known globally, where you start to travel to Canada, London, all these cool places, when did that? Was that like a call out of nowhere?
That was I would say that the heavy traveling started maybe 8 years ago, when I would get a call to come teach workshops, hip-hop workshop, dance workshops in London. Then I would end up going to Thailand. And so I taught in Thailand because there was a young lady who came to the States, and she came to my dance school. She was from Thailand. She didn't speak any English. And she was visiting her uncle who lives here in West Palm Beach. And she's like, this guy needs to be teaching in Thailand because he has history and he could move. His name is Shangri. So they flew me to Thailand.
What were you doing before that was big, that Thailand was willing to fly you there? I mean, I know she went and said, hey, this is the guy.
Right.
But were you doing anything big?
No, I really wasn't.
One of those things.
Yeah, it was right place, right time. And then I ended up teaching in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How did I? Huh?
The cheerleaders.
Oh, so
right?
Yes, Melbourne United Dance Cheerleaders. How that happened was, you guys know I'm the choreographer, one of the choreographers for the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
So I've been teaching Miami Heat for 6 years. One of the choreographers. So one of the girls named Belinda, never forget, she made it to the Miami Heat dancers. She made it on the team, but they wouldn't allow her to perform because she didn't have a green card. She was from Australia. So they sent her back home. She went back home and started raving about me. She's like, Sean Green is the guy, yeah, they have him here. And then she put me in contact with this guy named Phil Haddett, who was like their dancing guru, whatever. And he flew me to Australia to teach the Melbourne United Dance Cheerleaders. But here's a cool story. Right when I was done teaching, I posted it on my Instagram or something, or Facebook. I get a call from Venus and Serena Williams.
What they want?
They were like, look, we see that you're here in Australia.
Hello.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, Sean?
I was like, I'm here teaching the Melbourne United Dance Cheerleaders.
And again, just so people listening know or watching, this is the first time, you're flown out. You haven't been out all here before.
For sure. I'm like, okay, I guess this come with the territory. So Venus calls me. She's like, look, she said, Serena and I want to take you out for dinner tonight. Great. Where are you guys located? We remember. I said, why are you here? She said, we're here for the the Australian Open.
Now, what are you thinking at this time when Serena Williams, at her prime, how long ago was this? About 8 years?
Maybe this is like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, she was killing it then. Oh, boy.
She was like, Venus was like,
were you shaking your pants? Like, why is she killing it?
Because I had already worked with Venus before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I work with, I teach them for their agility to be able to move quick.
Makes total sense.
On the core, dancing. So for the Williams Sisters Invitationals was the name of the performance they was preparing for. But anyway, so it was like, we want to take you out for dinner. So I'm like, what is the Australian Open? It's just the Super Bowl of all tennis. I felt crunchy. Oh my gosh, you should have done it.
Yeah, it was late night last night.
So next thing you know, there's like, we're going to get you here. They put me in the Sofitel, and I stayed there the rest of the week with them.
Wow.
I walk in, they give me my credentials, my badge. I walk in the tunnel with them every time they go to play at the Australian Open.
And what are you thinking? Like, because this is strong.
Cool. Riviera Beach, right? Yeah.
Singing in the choir. Dad keeping you straight. Dad keeping you in line. Got to put your hat up for him. Dad kept you straight.
Right.
No playing around.
Yeah, and I take care of them. I take care of my mom and dad now.
That's fantastic.
You gotta do a TikTok with your dad, something with the dancing, man.
You got to, bro.
Like dancing is the devil outside. I don't know.
So we made it.
When you're you know, of course, Serena Williams. But when you're in Australia, what is you know, you were doing the cheerleaders in Australia, then you were doing the Miami Heat cheerleaders. What is the difference when you're working with females in Australia and females in America? Like, what is the difference between the two?
To me, it's the same. It's like they all have the same passion, the same energy. Miami Heat, obviously, they're known as, like, you know, like the top dogs, like, because they compete too. And Miami Heat always come in first. Well, that I've known, these girls can dance and they work their behinds off because they'll do like 63 different pieces of choreography that they'll learn for the whole year.
I was just gonna ask you.
And then they have fitness trainers that would come in and they're doing like boot camp and all that stuff in the arena right after I teach them. They're not leaving till like 1 o'clock in that morning. Damn. So it's like these girls work hard.
Because I used to go to the Lakers game. I used to fly out there from Pennsylvania. I had piece of tickets.
Yeah.
I love Kobe. I love Kobe. Kobe was my guy. Kobe.
Yeah.
And I would see the cheerleaders come out, and they would always have a different routine, and I'd be like, wow. Like, you know, halftime.
They recycle some every now and then, but yeah.
So there's 88 games in the season.
Right.
Well, I don't know what they're doing now. Yep. But it was. So they have to basically have down 50 to 60 routines, and be in endurance to do that, and travel.
Yep, you got to be in shape, and then when and do a calendar shoot, you got to be on top of that. So they don't perform halftime. They normally perform like second quarter break, first quarter break, or third quarter break, or something like that.
Fucking LA, they came out doing flips, cartwheel. Like first the kid would come out, shoot the 3-pointer, and then in LA it's different, man. They got hula hoops. These cheerleaders are doing backflip, right? At Staples Center, they're doing backflips through a hula hoop, into a routine and they're just killing.
That's part of their extreme.
And the DJ switching the beat.
Yep.
And it's beats, Rob. Sean, I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
These beats are like a beat that you're on, and the beat that it switches to, like after somebody does something out, like 27 backflips in a row, the beat that it switches to, Sean, is completely different than before, and they do it seamless. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. That's dope.
Well, you want to teach us about
it. So I've been teaching Heat for 6 years. Then I ended up teaching the Miami Dolphins cheerleaders their prep courses, and then I also became their judge. So now I'm one of the judges for the Miami Dolphins cheerleaders, and I teach the prep courses.
When you say judge, what do you mean judge?
Like when they have auditions for the next season, for the 300 girls would come, and they're like, there's a judge panel to be able to.
Who's going to get selected?
Yeah, to select them for the next team.
Wow. So every year, do they make everybody?
Yep. Even if you're old, if you don't get on the team for like 4 years, you like start out. You have to start all over.
Damn, did you know that?
I knew they had some sort of trap, but I didn't know.
It's like that for the Heat too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so people start watching my portfolio. Right, it's growing, and then I became the judge for the UDO, the United Dance Organization, out in Scotland. So I went to Glasgow, Scotland, to become a judge for the United Dance Organization competitions.
What was Scotland like?
Completely different.
Drinking a lot of tons of drinking, right? That's what goes here.
But here's the thing: I've never drank a day in my life. So fun fact:
congratulations.
I don't know what alcohol tastes like.
Good. Keep it.
Never smoked before in my life. I don't judge people who drink or smoke, but there was a lot of drinking in Scotland, and I would say out of all the places I've visited, the best food was in Lyon, France.
What'd you eat? What's your favorite meal?
It was everything I ate, from the burger to the steak to the seafood to everything.
Fresh, right?
Oh my gosh! Because your top chefs come from Lyon, France, and I was just in Rome a few months ago after teaching a TikTok birthday party in London, and then while you're there, you just take a trip because everything is an hour and a half, 2 hours away, flight away. So I know I'm getting all over the place right now, but the TikTok birthday parties. I think I don't know if we even got there yet, but that's where it's at right now for me.
What you have on your website?
That's a banger.
Yeah, let's pull that up while we're at it. Yeah. So we're right here. Yeah. It's under entertainment. Now when you're
you have to go to Sean Green. That's Sean's Dance Factory. Go to Sean Green Instagram. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to. So when I had this guy
right there. Parties. Go to parties.
Right here.
This to the far right. Yeah. Boom. You click on it.
No, click on part. There you go.
Yeah. So so this girl right here, Let's pause. Go to the far left.
Right.
Where it says privates.
Yep.
Y'all know who that is?
Nah.
That's Rachel Yucatel, which is Tiger Woods' ex-girl.
What?
So this, if you ask me, how did you get into these TikTok private lessons? What do you mean?
Let me guess. You're not even there.
I'm not there?
I was saying, like, did you put yourself there, like, behind it, like, with an image or something?
No.
Oh.
This is real life. Play it.
Oh, we need audio. Hold on.
Right there.
It's you got unmute it for unmute right there. I'll go to the video.
Let me back up.
It's your song, but
Okay, so pause. That's Rachel Yucatel. That's Tiger Woods' ex-girl. So
you still have all your trees at your house? You have all your trees at your house?
She was the
red Cadillacs. I had to hit you with that one. I'm just playing.
So not Elon, but I did teach Elon too. Elon Nordegren, his ex-wife.
Really?
Oh yeah, I taught Charlie and Sam too.
Damn.
Tiger Woods kids, yeah. So, be like this. I've received a phone call from her, Rachel. She's in New York. She's the one that said, I want you to teach my daughter for the whole week. You're gonna fly to West Palm, and you will teach 2 hours a day for a whole week. Boom, 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 boom. Prior to her, I've never done a TikTok private lesson. There was no such thing. This is in the height of the pandemic.
Wow.
My school has shut down. So now I have to have some type of ingenuity to be creative, to do something different.
Yep.
Either you're going to lose out and don't do nothing and cry about it, or you're going to add sugar to this lemon.
Yeah, shift.
And make the lemonade. Right.
Got to shift.
I had to shift. So she's the reason I call her daughter Wyatt, the OG.
Yeah, she's the OG.
Yep.
Yeah,
she's the OG of TikTok private lessons.
And then that's what led to your private lessons.
That was led it to all these private lessons, and then that's what led me to doing TikTok birthday parties. So go to the birthday parties.
Up top.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a way that you keep clicking that? Oh, keep going. Click it again. For example, this is Palm Beach Island.
This is cool.
Look at this.
That's so cool, Sean. Look at the kids in the background.
Kids love it, yeah.
thought you could never get loose. Yo, you got it, guys.
Look at this.
Come on, kids.
So this Palm Beach Island.
Yeah.
You got these big slides.
Talk hip hop.
They have pools.
That's TikTok party.
So your average birthday party from back in the days is not the same. It's on a whole nother level.
Slip and slide on the ground.
Right. So what I do, I come in, I teach 2 to 3 different trending TikTok dance lessons. That's a mom, one of the hot moms. I will teach a dance. It's only 14 seconds, maybe 20 seconds, right? And then after that, we sing happy birthday, we eat pizza, cupcakes, and I'm out.
That's so cool.
And I charge $1,000 an hour.
That ain't bad. Go to Sean's TikTok hip hop, right there. So this is what, from that Instagram, it came of this, right?
Correct.
Where you have the TikTok.
Right.
What a move, man.
Yeah. So now I do these weekly. Wow. And on top of that, I'm with Rock With You Entertainment Company for doing emceeing bar mitzvahs. So I'm in Beverly Hills a lot, in LA. I'm sorry, Beverly Hills, Minnesota. I'm all over the place. DC, emceeing bar mitzvahs. I'm more Jewish than Jewish people now. People say every time we look at you, you're always at a Jewish party.
Can you talk to the guy who owns the building so we can make sure that the AC is right? Maybe you and him will get along better.
Yeah, you know? I'll spit some lingo that he'll understand.
I mean, this is crazy though. What would 18-year-old Sean say to however old you are now? What would he say to him?
Damn.
Yeah, he would probably say, your attitude determines your altitude, and there's a lot of blessings out there for you. You just got to reach and go get it, grab them. Believe in yourself, no matter what. And well, I think obviously I think way different than how I am now versus when I was 18. So it would be hard to know what I would say, but I would know that never give up on your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, you're living proof that anybody can do anything that they want, right? Because, I mean, you didn't really, odds were not in your favor from the beginning. You know
you're right. Like, I grew up, like, in River Beach, mom and dad, 2-bedroom apartment. That means mom and dad in one, and 4 little boys in the other. I have 3 brothers.
That's tight.
Right? Twin beds. 2.
Oh.
That means we're sleeping head to toe. My oldest brother and I, God bless his soul, he just passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
Cancer, man.
Just lost my mom, too.
I'm sorry to hear that. And then my 2 other brothers in the other twin bed, and we're all this close in one little small room. We're sharing each other's clothes. They get up to go watch cartoon on a Saturday morning, eating cereal in the Batman underwear. I'm outside
dancing,
karate, dancing, and I come in to get a bowl of cereal. Roaches come out the box. Being able to not have hot water for months at a time. What? I didn't even understand it. We have to boil hot water to put the hot water in the bathtub to bathe. I didn't understand it then. So that's why I work really hard now. Well, I work smart now, smarter than harder, so I can take care of my mom and dad so that we all have their...
Makes you appreciate the life, though. Makes you appreciate things.
Exactly. So my mom and dad, my biggest role models. Taught me discipline. Taught me everything I know.
They kept your ass straight.
Sure did.
And that's why...
Those whippings, those beatings. Oh, yeah. It'll put you in shape.
Look, and I think that's a huge problem nowadays, because what are you going to do? Like, we always say this. Like, you know, you were raised the way you were, I was too. I got my ass kicked, he got his ass kicked. My grandfather, I didn't get no height shown, but he was 6'6", and you didn't want to fuck with him. He had, listen, this man had throat cancer, cut his throat out, beat that, would walk around, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow. Then he got cirrhosis of the liver, cut half his liver out, stayed alive, fought through that. Wow. And listen, after all that, if I got beat up in high school, I got more of a beating when I got home. Yeah. If I said, Pop, I won, I want to see the guy. That's how it was back then.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Like, I would play football. Okay. If it was 6 degrees out, Hunter Cash's t-shirt. And my mom was screaming, you're going to kill him. If it's 108 degrees out, like in Pennsylvania, 101 hot day, 2 sweatshirts, 3 sweatshirts, catch 100 balls, you're not going into, you're done. But now when I went to play football, the cold never bothered me. The heat never bothered me. But if I didn't catch them, I got a little bit of a whooping. You know, but I learned to catch them. Yeah. I broke a shit ton of records.
For sure. Look at you.
Because whenever, you know, they were holding those fucking little heat warmers. Yeah. I didn't need them because I was freezing 2 days ago. Tortured.
Man.
But it's funny how we were all raised, and now it's just, what do you do, man? They're giving everybody trophies.
Yeah. It's not the same anymore. And we like a lot of discipline. Kids on, you know, social media and their phones all the time, and not really taking life as serious, I guess. I don't know.
At Sean's Dance Factory, right? So COVID hit. Now Sean's Dance Factory prior to COVID. Now COVID hits 9 months, 10 months, however long it was before. How long was it before, like, really traffic started coming back to the physical
address of physical location? Just maybe a year ago.
Let's say it's a year. So compare how people coming into your class.
It's not a year ago. It had to been maybe 6 or 7 months ago.
Okay. All right. So compare how people were when they came into your class prior to COVID and then after COVID. Did you notice people not as motivated as much?
Yep. And in numbers too. It was more numbers then.
More numbers?
Yep. We don't have the same amount of kids that we did prior to COVID.
Because they got hooked on that damn phone.
Yep.
Right?
And it's like everyone's like, you can learn, you know, like on your phone, YouTube, and there's all these different outlets that you can learn dance. And then a lot of people just got lazy.
A lot got lazy. They got that check.
Yeah, all that.
Or the parents got the checks, or they were, new iPad, here you go, buddy. You know?
For sure. But the ones that do come, they're the committed ones. They're the dedicated ones. They're the ones that we want to work with anyway.
So in a sense, it's in a way a positive thing because you're getting real people. You don't have to weed out the BS.
Exactly.
Right? But at the same time, you're not as many people, but you might have weeded them out anyway.
Correct.
If somebody's not serious, you say, "Hey, look, come back when you're ready."
Yep, pretty much. Or if you're not serious, we can do private lessons.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be in the class like that.
So somebody who's watching this and they could dance all right, but they really want to be able to not be like you, but be good. You know what I mean? Would you recommend that they start with the private?
I would. It depends on their financial situation too, because private lessons, obviously, you have to pay a little bit more. However, like I mentioned earlier, we do have like different levels. If they're like an adult, for example, adult beginner student who want to come and take classes on a Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. by the way, so they come to an adult hip hop class. They're not coming in thinking that they're going to be a backup dancer for Chris Brown. They're not coming in thinking that they're going to audition for the next Super Bowl. They're coming in because they want to learn grooves, foundation, and fundamentals. I want to learn how to move so I won't look crazy when I'm at a party.
Hey, Rob, can you pull up the classes on Instagram?
Yep. Here we go.
Perfect. So right here to the far left, young boy named Braden. This is a private lesson.
This is private lesson.
Yep.
Look at this guy.
Building his confidence. He's learning timing.
He's killing it, this kid. If you're not watching this
And
on
he has
Spotify or YouTube, you need to watch it on Spotify or YouTube.
So that made his day.
And that's a private class.
That's a private. So his mom's like, "Mom, are we going to see Sean today?" She says, "He talks about you every single day."
I bet he does.
So that makes me feel good. So scroll down. I'll take you to a class. That was a private lesson. That's Miami Heat. You can click on Miami Heat if you want to.
Yeah.
There should be somewhat a video or somewhere.
There you go.
That's me. I always preach some type of personal development quotes and stuff.
Laughter is the passport to the heart. You never know when somebody's on their deathbed and all they need is just a hug or a laugh or somebody to make them smile and just give them more life, right? Cool. So laughter is the passport to the heart.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, that's a way of confidence.
Master
right,
your
Sean?
energy. Huh?
That's a way of giving confidence, right?
Absolutely, 100%. So master your energy. What you put out is what you'll get in return.
That's great.
Scroll down some more. There got to be a class coming up soon. We'll get into GNOs later. Girls Night Out. That's a really good hit too.
What's this right here?
That's a TikTok birthday party. No, actually what's the Jewish holiday? Hanukkah.
Lent?
Ramadan?
No, it was
Ramadan. He said Ramadan.
Ramadan. No. That was at City Place. It was a Jewish event. There it is. Hanukkah. I was right. It was a Hanukkah event.
I mean, and is it just like you're teaching them, and I know they're advanced and everything you're saying, but like you just have to have a feel, right? Like it's just in your soul. Like it's 100%. Not like. Yeah, I mean, you can teach people to dance, but like I feel like you're born with it. Like
I get that a lot. So there's some people, like I said, have the it factor. Like we just know you got it, and then some people has to be molded and trained into the right fundamentals to be able to look like that.
Have you ever ran into a client, whether because you have adult classes too, a kid or a client where they were trying and just didn't have it, and you had to say.
Yeah, I'd be like, that was almost good. You need to go do golf or.
How do you say it to them? Yeah, that's like because
you don't want to like
so
discourage
passionate
them.
about it.
Right.
It's almost like you're the cop and you have to go knock on somebody's door and say, "Hey,
this is what happened
last night." Because you're so passionate about it.
Right. So, no matter what it is, I don't discourage them. I keep pushing them, and then I let them give up on themselves. Well, not give up on themselves if they feel like they're just not getting it. Because you know what? There's a guy right now, I won't say his name, he's in my adult hip hop class, and he looks a hot mess every single time, but he loves it. So who am I to say, this isn't for you?
And you never know. It could be a month from now, and all of a sudden he comes in and
Yeah,
Boom.
it surprises me.
So what,
Yeah.
But what does it take? I mean, like you can see like the shoulder movements, right?
Right.
My wife always tells me I'm stiff in my hips, which I am stiff in my hips, right?
Right.
So like it's a lot of that, you know, belly movement, leg, shifty.
Rob, you doing the two-step?
What
you
is
doing
it?
the two-step, Rob?
I got some dance moves. I'm not.
I think Rob's doing the two-step.
I got
Sean.
some dance moves. But
I can do two-step.
But-
It's play this. Foundation is number one. Fundamentals, being able to know the concept of
Sean, I'm sorry. When you say foundation, what do you mean foundation?
foundation, like just like knowing how to stand proper, and being able to know your left from right. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people got 2 left feet, right? And being able to just be a mover, not a dancer, a mover. Just know how to move, because I'll shape and mold all that. Fundamentals, being able to have like core strength, being able to bend the knees, light on the feet. It's not, stumping, tapping everywhere. And understanding how to control the body and how the body works. Because all of our bodies are different. How you interpret dance is different from how I would interpret dance, right? So I like to say dancing is a delicate balance between perfection and freedom.
How important is being able to notice the sonic sound in a beat when you're doing choreography?
Right.
Is that super important?
What's important is being able to feel the music, and because we have this thing called grooving is a feeling, it's not a dance. So we want you to be able to feel the music, and whatever teacher's teaching you as far as choreography, you're going to make it your own after you receive, the proper training of it. But definitely, it's all about feeling. And if it looks like you're not feeling that, then they're gonna look stale. They're gonna look dry, and people are gonna want to watch them.
Now, you personally, because you have this down pat. Do you do any
I'm
type
still learning,
of?
but thank you.
Do you do any type of like cardio treadmill, or the dancing alone is just enough to keep you in shape?
No, you know what's funny? I'm in my gym every day, teaching private lessons. I'm not working out because all the other girls they're walking, all the other guys they're there to get in shape, whatever. Dancing works the mind, the body, and the soul all at the same time.
You don't need no cardio.
No.
I've seen guys go on tour and come back 20 pounds lighter.
Exactly. Singers.
Actually, Nelly, Usher, all.
Yep, that is true.
Who do you think is closer to? Forget that I like Chris Brown, because I like Usher too.
I like both.
Who do you think is closer to Michael Jackson, Brown or Usher? As far as dancing.
Oh, dancing wise.
Tough
I don't know, because
one, huh?
Chris is more hip hop, and Usher's more the smooth R&B.
Yeah.
And Michael is in a league of his own. But I would say Chris Brown is the better dancer
Overall.
But Usher can move too. Usher can dance. I don't want to take anything away from him.
Anyone close to Michael Jackson now? Like when I say close,
Yeah.
we're still talking
Remotely, like
yeah, somewhere near there.
Chris Grant, he was like up there with Mike.
That good, huh?
He was that good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm being straight up. That's not me being biased neither. But there's a lot of dancers right now that would, I hate to say that, but would smoke Mike. Like there's a lot of dancers right now that have more training in other levels and disciplines of dance in variety of different styles. Break dancers, this guy named Say Cool, like he's performing. It's like he wins all the Monsters and the Red Bull Energy breakdance battles in all across the country. Like Say Cool is like super duper dope. He's even performed in our Big Bang show a couple times.
In my opinion, when I go to these concerts, whether it's Chris Brown, Wayne, whoever it is, the background dancers are better than the dancers.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, not breezy, but they're all hanging with them.
Right, yeah, that's true.
And they're doing it more, like they're putting more energy into it because he's singing too.
Correct.
I want to ask you something. When did this stuff start? When the singers were playing the song in the background? Like, say, 15 years ago, you would go to a concert, there's no song in the background. It's just instrumental. Now you go, the lyrics are playing, and they're rapping or singing, but the actual track is playing.
Gotcha. So they have this what we call the click track. I'm a drummer, so I would know this. And they will have like the actual track playing without the vocals.
No, with the vocals.
Oh, with the vocals.
Yeah, the last 20 concerts I went
because they need help.
Because they don't know who they don't know.
That's like a Milli Vanilli right there.
Yeah.
When did that start?
That started like late 90s, early 2000s.
Kind of like around auto-tune maybe.
Yeah. Because it helps with the concert, so they'll know where they are in the music. And if they're giving out of breath and they can't sing the chorus, the hook is being played. The audience can sing along with the hook, and then it keeps the band locked in when it comes to track.
Because they can hear it.
Because they can hear it. They know where they are within the music sequence of music.
Actually, the only thing I don't like is just you never know if they can really sing when they're doing that.
Right. You're right.
It's hard to tell because they're professionals, so they can hit notes, right?
Right.
Or they're enough to be a professional, so they know what lyric or what hook that they're really good at. So you'll hear them sing that.
Yeah.
But then a lot of times throughout the concert or the song, they'll get out of breath, like you said, or whatever it may be, and you never really get to hear them sing before.
Right.
But before, Usher would go out, instrumental,
right.
Brown. Instrumental.
Yeah,
now
right.
you go to Usher, that track's playing.
You're right.
You go to Brown, I don't know how much fucking Chris Brown's actually fucking singing. I'm just watching him dancing now.
To be fair, he's a few years older now. He's out of breath a little bit.
A few years older, a few months later.
They need that help, But I look at it like this: if we don't know that Chris Brown can sing by now, we would never know.
Yeah.
We know that he can sing. So if he need that help, so be it.
Yeah, I just mean in general.
Yeah. But I get
he's
that.
my favorite ever. He's number one, even more than Tupac, and I love Tupac.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, I know. Tupac. Tupac to me had the best lyrics
Chris
of all
Brown
time. Call Chris Brown right now. If you call Chris Brown right now, I'll pull out cash like you did. Just kidding. The feds will be here in 2 seconds. I'm broke.
I don't even have Chris Brown number like that.
If you did, I would have to call too, or beg you to call.
That is funny.
Oh, fuck.
So now, just tap into real quick. GNO's the girls' night out. This is for the hot moms. I don't want to say MILFs. I'm gonna say hot moms. Moms who have 2 left feet and their friends want to come over and they just want to drink and have fun and dance. There's no judgment. It's a judge-free zone. Yeah, right here. There it is. So I started this 2 years ago. Ended up doing teaching at the Old Spa, which is Ritz-Carlton. It used to be Ritz-Carlton, now it's called Old Spa, EAU. And 106 girls show up because Sean Green is there to teach them a dance, 2 glasses of champagne they will receive, and it's just a lot of fun. So they're not going to be judged. They're dancing with their friends. It's only an hour. They get 2 glasses of champagne and a swag bag when they get ready to leave out.
How many people can fit in there? Because you might have to expand.
106 girls came.
After this, you might have 1,006 girls. Every girl wants to go out, have 2 glasses of champagne, and not be bothered.
And not be bothered.
And not be bothered by any guy trying to hit on them.
Exactly. All that I put when I was creating this.
And think about it. The husband's like, "How much do you want? How long are you going? 3-4 hours?
Yeah.
Shit, here's double.
Not even.
Ask Sean if we'll keep you for 6.
Exactly. But it's only an hour, and
bummer for the guy.
It's for bachelorette parties. Yeah. It's like for bachelorette parties and birthday parties.
That would be really cool for a bachelorette party, right?
I did a bachelorette party in the Hamptons. All the girls had on pajamas, suit pajamas.
And I bet they had the time of their life.
They did. They only learned 45 minutes. That's all it was.
This is like kind of on the girls. Well, I guess not girls on that, but do you do like if somebody's getting married, you know how like sometimes couples do a special dance?
Yeah, I just did one
stuff like that
with Lane and Beverly just this past weekend. I did the couples dance. I choreographed the first dance. But a lot of times they'll start off like with the waltz or some Frank Sinatra, and then they'll bust out into like like Biggie, or they'll bust out into Chris Brown. They'll bust out into a different hip hop song.
I bet you kill it. When you take a little video of that on TikTok, I bet that kills.
Yeah, it does. It does well. So I teach couples dance classes.
That's awesome.
For their weddings all the time.
And just so people know, you know, because we'll get into some of the people you worked with now. you don't have to be famous or whatever
Right.
to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
to
yeah.
you. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because when we get into some of the things you did,
Right.
you know,
People think,
I mean,
like,
Sean,
yeah.
he did some
He's-
serious shit,
right.
But you know, aside from that,
Right.
Sean's Dance Factory is to help people and give them a better life, old, young, middle.
Yep.
And that's all.
Sean's Dance Factory is for the community.
And what we're about to get into, that's just the fun stuff.
Exactly.
But what you do is for anybody that wants to do it, serious about it, or wants to do a private class and just learn how to fit in at the club, right?
Yes, sir.
Weddings, everything. You
Yep.
do it all.
Yep.
Go
I
to
do it all.
Sean. If he's good luck getting getting
Right.
a hold of his ass. but-
Exactly. It's pretty much. Sean, I like to say Sean's Dance Factory is for the community, and Sean Green Entertainment is what I do on the side, like the private lessons, the birthday parties, GNOs, and bar mitzvahs. That's my personal stuff. That's my side gigs, right? But the community of Sean's Dance Factory, it don't matter what age you are or what level, the doors are wide open for you because we have open classes.
So Sean's Dance Factory is kind of the community. And
right.
then
That's the top of the umbrella.
top of the umbrella. And then all these celebrity things you do, that's more business.
Correct.
Right? That's a
Yep.
business thing. This
Yep.
is the passion.
Correct.
This is where your heart is.
My
this
heart
is
is
the
with-
business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
That's so cool.
Well said. Well said.
And very respectable, because if I put 1 million people in here, I bet you 999,000 would not go back to Sean's Dance Factory. They'd be chasing the people you worked with, and that's all they would care about.
Yep.
You know it, I know it,
Yep.
and he knows it.
Yep.
So
For sure.
I respect you times 10 for that.
You're right.
Because you're helping people out. And
Right.
at this time, these kids need to get off this damn phone
Yep.
and get active.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what the parents want. And I'm not trying to be the babysitter, but I'm just
No.
trying to get you to understand that.
You ain't no
Right.
babysitter, right?
Right.
Make that clear.
You do camps, right? Yeah. And then they just drop you off and they forget about the kid. Don't even come back and pick him up. Like, wait.
Hey, baby, we're going to the Bahamas. The kid's gone. Sean's got him. Hey, Sean, my kid alive.
Sean Green. Like, man, come back and get your kid.
Now, you're talking about London.
Yeah.
What did you like so much about London?
I like, first of all, I like the accent. And I like how eager they are to learn.
Like go-getters.
Yeah, it's like they want to be a part of this hip hop culture so bad, and they'll go above and beyond to be able to pick up the dance style. Like they're like hungry and humble at the same time.
Love it.
So and that's what I love about when I'm in London teaching dance. Same thing. That's how it was when I was in Australia and in Thailand too as well.
I would think Thailand
the most.
would have been nuts.
Oh, Thailand was nuts because it was like
This is the way out, maybe.
they'll say Sawadee Ka. I'm like, what? Sawadee Ka, and everything is Sawadee Ka, and then like they elongated, like it's almost like a song, like Sawadee Ka or Shayata Thing or Kumpum Ka. Like Kumpum Ka means thank you. Sawadee Ka means hey, how you doing? Shayata Thing means I'm ready to dance. But when I come in, they're all there in the studio, ready to receive what I'm about to teach, right? And at the end, they all do this to show the blessings or to say thank you. They all do this. Like I'm no master of nobody, you know.
You mean they have respect?
They have the respect.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is not.
Yeah, don't come
you
here.
You don't get that here in the U.S.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like they
Wow.
ultimately respect you to the highest level.
And let me guess, they were on time and ready to give all they
yes.
have.
100 way before time.
You know why? Because they don't give trophies to everybody. You know why? Because I don't know if Thailand does, but I know a lot of places like Thailand,
Right.
and they cut that internet off. If you have a kid in the house under 14, it's off at 6.
Oh, wow. That's actually.
They do it in China. I don't know if they do it in Thailand. I should be, right?
should be,
Because
yeah.
now you have no choice. What are you going to do?
These kids are growing up. I don't know. Like I said, I created this niche or this Sean's Dance Factory to be able to help them to express themselves in a more of a positive, mobility. But when they leave Sean's Dance Factory, hopefully they learn a lot and become a better person. Because I'm not the mom and the father, but I'm doing the best I can with what I have.
It's almost like you built this business, Sean's Dance Factory, with companionship and everything else, where you can come to your class and maybe you blow up and you're, with Beyonce or whoever, or you come and you're just active and you learn and you stay away from the bad people and,
Right.
the stuff that you can get yourself into that gets you in trouble.
Right.
So it's like you're doing all these things and helping out in so many ways. It's just really cool to hear, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
it's really just it's a lot to swallow because the people we had in all great, but this is really impressive because the fucking shit this guy did and still goes back.
Yeah,
that's rare. How rare is that, Rob?
Yeah, very rare.
And I'm not kissing your ass.
No,
I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and that's why I do it, because I want them to become a better version of themselves. Not only that, but to make a living while making a difference. That's where it's at when it comes to me.
And do you see like a lot? I mean, nowadays it seems like they've cut school funding for different things, but they've cut a lot of the arts.
Yeah, for sure. That's the first to go.
That's always the first, right? We're gonna cut the arts. We're gonna cut this.
We're gonna cut the music department. We're gonna cut the dance.
And do you think that's just a terrible thing to do?
I think it's a disservice. I think to cut something that somebody could be passionate about, whether it's music or dance or art, or whatever, you're gonna end up losing them to the streets, or they end up, hanging around the wrong crowd because they're not with the peers that want to do the same thing they wanted to do. When it comes to, like, if I have an interest in music, and you have an interest in music, we both could grow together. You cut that, now I'm with a different crowd that I normally wouldn't be with, and then now I'm doing some crazy things. I'm doing drugs, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm skipping school. Why? Because my program got cut. You cut my program, now you cut a part of me. You cut a part of my heart out. I look at it deep like that. It's like you took a part of me. You took a piece of me out.
Right. So and now by cutting that kid that you could have helped, now you can't help.
Exactly.
And now I'm saying this to correlate with places like Thailand.
Right.
Boom. We want you here because we want our kids out of the BS.
Right.
So Sean Green, you're the guy, come to Thailand. Sean Green, you're the guy, come to Australia. Come to London. Whatever. U.S. doesn't do that.
Correct.
Because they don't care.
Exactly, 100%.
These other countries, they want to have a strong base country, because if you just look what's going on, you know China's going to line up with all of them.
Yep.
And they're going to be number one. And they're just too strong.
I agree with you 100%.
So now, how does one end up with Prince?
Who's with Prince?
Didn't you do the Super Bowl with Prince?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? So, who's with Prince?
So the band, I used to choreograph the marching band in the Marching 100 band. Y'all know about the Marching 100 band? It's like it's the most renowned band in the world. It's like it's super, super dope. Like the most imitated band in America is the Marching 100 band out of FAMU. They're like, they're known for their
Don't they do the Easter parade, Macy's parade?
We do a lot of parades. We've done inaugural parades. We've done parades in Paris.
Remember how big that Macy's parade used to be?
Yeah, for Thanksgiving.
They were there. Yeah.
So we performed with Kanye West, and the March 100 actually performed with Prince at the halftime show of the Super Bowl. Wow. That was like right after I graduated. So, but I do choreograph.
Everything happens so quick for you.
Yeah. It's like
you're in that, you're in this.
It's like now I have to create a team because I was doing all this on my own, right? So now I need a social media manager. Now I need an agent / assistant or a business coach assistant to help me keep my schedule on track. My personal assistant for the flights and hotels. Because I'm flying every week. I'm sorry, every other week I'm in the air, going to a different state or a different country. So it's like now I just need to be organized.
So when you're at that point where you need to hire people, who do you hire? You hire a travel agent, somebody to book your flights.
Just like what
do you hire to make
your
life
hire
easier
someone who knows me, someone who I could trust. They're gonna have my card. They're gonna have that Amex. And majority of the times I'm not really paying for the flights. They're flying me over, so the clients will fly me in. Like for the Hamptons, one of my clients flew me in on a private jet.
Nice.
And then I don't have to worry about the flight. But my assistant right now is a young lady by the name of Allison. She's like a life coach, and she's gonna keep me on track.
That's awesome.
And then now I have my tax accountant who's my bookkeeper as well. So she's gonna be doing both. And then now I need so I want to scale my business, right? To be able to create passive income and leverage my income better. how to do that is to teach other people to do what I'm doing. But here's the problem I run into. It's like a double-edged sword. They want Sean Green.
Yeah.
They know you're gonna have to pay for Sean.
Yeah.
But a lot of times Sean can't be in multiple places at one time.
Once. I was going to ask you if you ever thought about franchising it, but because it's such a passion, I mean,
I can't. Okay, you're right.
And then if you franchise it, then what? You know, somebody else is running off of your name,
and then it's gonna dumb me down.
An hour and a half I've been talking to you or whatever. I can't possibly see you being okay with that.
Right?
No way in hell.
But what I would do is
unless you trained another Sean Green to be like Sean Green.
So what I'm doing right now is training some of the dancers that I've trained. Right. So I have a couple of guys in mind that I've worked with, and they know how I operate to do parties. Like, okay, like a TikTok birthday party. I got booked 3 times. I got booked to do 3 TikTok birthday parties in one day at the same time. Wow. Obviously, I can't do that. So I taught him how to do it. Taught this guy how to do one, and I do this one.
And then
I get that worked out okay? Percentage, and then
it worked out all right.
Worked out perfect.
Wow, beautiful.
But that's something I would want done consistently
because you only have so much time.
Exactly.
That's why I asked you how you structure, because I don't have any fucking time either.
Right. Exactly.
You know, so that's why I'm asking. It's like, okay, what'd you get, buddy? You know.
Right. It's hard. But
So now you were in another Super Bowl too. A part of another Super Bowl. I better not say anything off the about you on your website, because you're just gonna look like the biggest idiot in the world. Thank you, Sean Green, whoever did the website. So you did do another Super Bowl event.
I did this. Well, I choreographed. The only one I choreographed was the Super Bowl 29.
29.
But a lot of my dancers have done Super Bowls. Yeah, a lot of my dancers.
Now, your dancers that have done of recent, when they do they give you feedback how it was, blah blah blah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big of a difference as of recent is the Super Bowls versus, say, back when Prince performed?
Excitement is always there. Is just like as it was when Prince performed. The energy is there. These dancers are working hard. You know, they're hungry for it. Like, they just want to get on the field. So it's like kind of the same, because the energy is there, and they definitely want to be able to say that they did the Super Bowl, right? They like bragging rights, right? But like, for example, guy named Greg. Greg just he performed with The Weeknd, or was it Kendrick? The Weeknd, the Super Bowl before last, right? Yeah. That was the Super Bowl before last.
Yeah, Super Bowl before last. Yeah,
he did that one
because he went to Tampa. Show, right?
He went to Tampa. They had black and red. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he told me. He came back and gave me his story on it, and it was hard work. And then Carl told me about his Super Bowl experience from the Super Bowl just passed, performing with Snoop Dogg, and it was like intense, because you got to get these dancers on the bus, get them off the bus, they got to eat. They're on the field rehearsing like, you know, countless hours in rehearsals, training like hardcore training, and then you can mess up like that, and they're gonna pull you off real quick and replace you. So you can get replaced very, very quickly if you're not on it. If you show up late, if you got an attitude, if you're trying to take pictures, if you're trying to do a TikTok with one of the celebrities, okay, yeah, give me your phone, yeah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, this is straight business.
Yeah, this is strictly business. And they find out you posted some stuff, they're gonna take your stuff. You know, they're gonna take some measures. They're gonna go through some type of measures to make sure they get what they need to get. So,
from a dancer standpoint, choreographer, is the Super Bowl the biggest? Is that the biggest, would you say?
When it comes to an accolade of like, Super Bowl is one, but choreographing for a concert, like a Chris Brown concert, that's big. That's big. A concert choreograph for
like an award show or something.
Award show, yeah, that too.
Right?
Those are big.
You ever do that with the award show?
No, I only performed the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. I only did that.
He's like,
I did that with Lil Wayne.
I went to McDonald's last night. And I cheated a little bit. Not just Lil Wayne.
But I like working with hungry and humble dancers.
Yeah.
Me personally, you can come in and think that you know it all, and if your attitude is not right, I'm not working with you.
Good.
Awesome.
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Straight up.
When
you get speed on before you get peed on.
When you take female dancers, whether it be kids or adults, men, kids or adults, what is the biggest difference between the two, and which has what strength that the other doesn't?
Good question. Kids soak everything up like a sponge. They're gonna throw it right back at you. An adult, they tend to overthink everything.
Micromanage.
Yes.
Yeah.
That right there. So the kids are stronger, and well, it depends. Advanced are strong too. The advanced dancers are really strong, by the way.
Yeah, you're talking about
yeah, because they've
right?
been here long enough, so they know how their body works. Kids sometimes they don't even know how they. They don't even know how
they see you do it, and then they go home and then they do it.
Right.
You know, because I notice my daughter now, she's starting to do things I do. You know, so like if I go like boo, now all day it's boo, boo, boo. You know?
yeah.
So like even a
right.
7-year-old, you know, they're gonna soak it in, and then they're gonna be doing the moves, and then they come back to Sean and Sean, I got it.
Yeah.
You know?
But I like working with groups. I like working with small ensembles, and I like working with private lessons. Either way.
And then what strength does a man have that a woman doesn't have usually in dancing, and what strength does a woman have that a man usually doesn't have that has to be taught or really worked on?
That's a good question. I know that, women, for some reason, their core is stronger because when we do stretch and warm up, the girls, when they're doing sit-ups and crunches, they're killing it. The guys are taking a break. They're like, oh my God, you guys are killing it. So just by
Sean, you got some Advil?
All right. Just by that alone, just watching, like I could tell that the girls are stronger when it comes to core. Agility or being able to move quick with the feet. Guys, they dominate that a lot. Isolations, guys are cleaner on isolations.
Really? Guys are cleaner on isolations.
Like being able to move like this. Like I could make this look like you reading a book.
Yeah, give me some good move. That's cool.
See that?